your boy, Trouble T. Roy. Hit Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. Back with another one. And it goes. Hey, so, just wanted to talk about, was it Friday's fights? I think it was Friday. I'm sitting here. I've been doing so much. I've been so busy. I'm forgetting what day is what. But I wanted to, first of all, Shu Shu did his thing. We're going to start right there. Shu Shu definitely did his thing. I think a lot of people, like myself, are saying the same thing about him. Dude is a beast. He's definitely a beast. I think he just needs, me personally, yeah, I've heard other people say this, he needs to utilize his jab more to set up other power shots, in my opinion. But, I mean, he seems to just turn up when he's ready to turn up. He kind of just moves at his pace, and then once, you know, he's feeling it, I think he sees he sees he has this guy, you know, kind of off balance or hurt or whatever, and then he just turns up all of a sudden, and then next thing you know. But I mean, regardless, young guy, definitely gonna be somebody that I will continue watching and supporting. Only 11 fights in, 7 KOs, no losses. I mean, you can't really be mad. All I could do is just keep supporting. And I mean, hey, great performance. People was hating on him on his what he did with his whole shout out to Mike Tyson and everything. I thought it was cool. I was like, okay, yeah, do that. Represent your hometown. Represent the legends that come from your hometown. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Shu Shu, he did a great job. Yeah, I mean, Torres lasted as long as he was gonna last, and I think we all knew that was. I mean, me personally, I was like, yeah, he's gonna get a knockout. It's just a matter of when and how, and that's basically what he did. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. You know, in 4 rounds too. I thought from the way things was looking, I was thinking more 6 to 8, but that shot that he hit Torres with in the 4th round at the end of the round, and that man wasn't getting up. The ref did the right thing, and there you go. You know, so shout out to Shu Shu, and I can't wait to see what he does next. Has a lot of potential. And yeah, I'll be definitely checking for him. I didn't get to watch the what was the other I didn't get to see the Cortes I don't know how you say his name, Chevalier. I didn't get to watch the fight necessarily, like sit down and watch it because I was at work, but I did get to see pieces of it. And that man Cortes, he's kind of a beast. I ain't gonna lie. I've never seen him fight. I've never seen neither one of them fight. This is my first time. This is my first time seeing them fight, and it was a good fight till it was over. You know, that Cortes showed that, yeah, I guess he should be already in contender position at this point. I don't know. I had to look him up, so I'm not gonna speak much on that, but I do definitely want to see what he does next. He looked, from what I saw, the pieces and bits I did see, he's definitely a beast. Something to worry about. Super featherweight. And how old is he? He is 26 years old. Oh yeah, still young too, with 27 fights already. 21 fights and 12 KOs. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking for him, see what he does, because he definitely is there to bang. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cortes for that win. That was a great win. It was a great win in 4 rounds. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, so great fight. And definitely I will go back and watch it too, because I want to see the whole fight. Like I said, seeing bits and pieces of it, it's kind of like just watching. It wasn't like watching highlights. It was highlights. It's literally highlights. I just saw exchanges more than anything. But yeah, great fight, man. Great fight, great fighters. And then But the one I wanted to get to was Oshaki Foster versus Abraham Nova. That was a really good fight. A lot of mixed reactions I've seen with that fight. Some people saying that Nova was robbed, which some people saying that, I mean, it could have been a draw. Some people clearly gave it to Foster. Me personally, my personal opinion, I think Foster did just enough to pull off the win. And once again, it's almost like talking about with like Teofimo, his last win. It was more so of the challenger didn't do enough to pull the win. And it was very, Nova is a really good fighter. I'm definitely going to be checking for him. Most definitely. Definitely going to be checking for him because I see him being a very big problem. Little things to tweak, get the cardio up. Probably more so, it's not even just necessarily his cardio. Oh, let me get this because it's so long. Yeah, not necessarily Nova's cardio, but maybe more of a pace because he went at Foster from the start. And if you're not used to, I've never really watched, I've never seen Nova fight before. I've seen highlights, but I've never watched any of his fights. But I know for one thing, playing any sport, you start going 110% from the start, you're going to get tired, you know, which leads to you becoming reckless, which leads to you basically being defeated by somebody who has probably more experience, better cardio, better timing. I mean, Nova's timing was very good in the first half of the round. He was really impressive. That's why I don't take nothing away from him. He should not, like I said on Twitter, he shouldn't feel bad or like he let himself or his team down because he did really good. And it was almost one of those things. It was like it could have went the other way. But once again, you're fighting a champion. This was his first time fighting a champion. Now he understands what it's really going to take. You're going to have to overtake for 12 rounds or less if you can get him out of there. And that's what be a contender in a champion fight is. You got to be the man. You got to be the man. We've seen incidences where the contender didn't seem like they really did enough, but they just did enough for the judges. And you know how these judges are. Those scorecards one of the scorecards was crazy. I was like, okay, y'all, I forget who it was, but it was apparently somebody from the Kovalev Ward fight. And I mean, it is what it is. You never leave it in the hands of the judges, especially when you're a contender. That's the bottom line at the end of the day. So, I mean, what I took from that fight was Nova is definitely going to be an issue. I got to turn it off. What do you need, Darren? Are you recording? Yes, I am. It's okay. It's okay. I'll be out there in a sec. Yeah, Nova definitely did his thing. He did his thing for as long as he could. Like I said, I think he kind of rushed a little bit. He didn't really set good rate of work, but at the same time, that could be definitely fixed because it wasn't like he overdid himself. He just probably just doesn't have that gas tank yet, but that's something he could work on because skill-wise, he has the skill to be a problem to anybody, really, that he gets in the ring with. So, which is why I was like, I'm going to be looking for him in the future. I did want to add something to the people though, and I gotta go to work pretty soon, so I'm gonna end this video real quick. I did notice in the early rounds, even before the elbow situation, Foster kept shaking his hand. I never noticed him doing that before. Maybe I never paid attention because I watched a few of his fights for sure. But he kept shaking his right hand like something was wrong. I noticed that, and I remember somebody on Twitter said that it's a possibility that somebody had stated that he was actually coming into the fight with a bad right hand, which is, that's neither here or there, because once that bell rang, you accepted the fight, and it is what it is. You gotta go ahead and either you're gonna fight or you're not gonna fight. You hurt. Every fighter comes into the fight not 100%, so it's not an excuse. But at the same time, I did notice him shaking his hand. I think it was like second and third round. I saw him kind of just, shaking his right hand, like shaking it. It was kind of weird. But I noticed that. But then at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I also noticed that I didn't understand why Foster didn't continue to fight in the southpaw stands, because he seemed like, well, at least early in the fight when he was, I think he was only in the southpaw stands for like maybe one round, but that one round he was definitely in control, and it just was weird that he decided not to. Maybe that could have had something to do with his right hand as well. I don't know, maybe throwing that jab, shooting that jab with the right. But then again, the second half of the fight, he's throwing combinations with that, including his right hand. So it's like, I don't know. That was kind of weird to me. It was kind of a weird, I don't know what was going on in the corner. I couldn't hear, I don't know if they microphone his corner, but I didn't hear what they were saying, so I can't say it. Maybe they told him, "No, just stay in the right hand stands, orthodox stands," or I don't know. It was kind of weird though. I thought, me personally, if he would have stayed in that southpaw stance because he was so dominant when he was in it, that probably would have made the fight a lot easier for him. But I mean, it is what it is. I had a close fight. I didn't do a scorecard for it, but I had it really close until, I think the knockdown definitely solidified the fight. And a lot of people are saying that it was a slip. Some people are saying it's a knockdown. I seen it as a knockdown just from what I understand. I could be wrong, but either way, it was ruled a knockdown, so there's nothing we could change about that. And he pulled off the win. I think he pulled it off. I think the second half of the round solidified his win anyways, because he became very dominant in the second half going into the championship rounds. As far as I was concerned, I was pretty convinced at that. At I say around 9, 8, 9, 10, Foster really started opening up. So I gave him the win. I think it was a fair win. I think it was a solidified win. And people probably gonna sit here and say, "Oh no." A lot of people think that Foster, though, which I am kind of on the edge, think that Foster might not be champion for a long time at this rate if he keeps fighting like this. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, share. All that good shit. It's Trouble T. Roy here. Don't get hitbox to talk. All right, y'all. Peace.